Okay everyone, this is your second to last video, law of sines. Now law of sines is the easier formula, but you have to be careful when you use it. Let's review some things we use for different types of triangles. If you have a right triangle, all you need to do is use trig, or if you want to think about it, SOHCAHTOA. Okay, that's all you need is a right angle for that. Yesterday we talked about law of cosines for these two situations. And for today, we're actually going to focus on just these two, even though all three of these triangles are solved using the law of sines. Okay, but today we're focusing on the angle side angle one and the angle side, not this one, because this one gives you possible up to two triangles. So you guys won't have to worry about that till after the quiz. So first thing we're going to talk about before we do law of sines though is the other formula for area of a triangle. This one should make sense to you guys because think about what an area of a normal right triangle is. It's 1/2 base times height, and that's it. Well, this can be used for any angle, not just a right angle, because you need the right angle for the height versus the base. So for example, if I have B and C up here, usually it was 1/2 BC if sine of A is 90, right, when it's a 90 degree. But we can, like I said, if it's a different angle, then you have to do the sine of that angle to get the area times 1/2 BC. And these are just the different formats you can see. You don't have to memorize all of them. Just know it's 1/2, two of them, and then sine of the angle between them. So for our example here, for this area, it would just be 1/2 the two sides, which is 3 and 5, and then make sure that the angle is in between them, and this is for all these side angle side triangles, sine of 55. So the area you get is approximately, and since I used units, it's 6.144 square inches, and we can do that down here too. 5 and 6, so we have area is equal to 1/2 5 times 6 sine of 115, and then we type that in, and you end up with 13.595 square feet. So that's our second area formula. Again, for the quiz, you need to know law of sines, law of cosines, Heron's formula, which is the first area formula we learned with the semi-perimeter, and this one, 1/2 AB sine C, or whatever format you use it. Alright, so here is law of sines right here. Again, the sides are across from the angles that are given. All you have to say is that if I have like this side and this angle, sine of A over its side is equal to sine of B over its side, which is equal to sine of C over its side. Or you can flip it and say the side over the sine of the angle. It doesn't matter as long as they're consistent. So let's look at these two cases. Again, we're not looking at the SSA one until after the quiz. So here we go. I have these three things. I'm going to draw my triangle. Always draw your triangle first. And I have A, B, and C. I know that B is 28. I know the side across from B is 26. And I know C is 103. So again, this is angle side. We use law of sines. We use the pairings. So we use the angle and the side. So because I have angle B and side B, I have angle C, I'm going to be finding side C first. Okay? Well, the other thing you can do first is you could find the other angle also without doing any sort of law of sines. But we'll do law of sines first. So I just have to do sine of 49, not 49. Why did I say that? Sine of 28 degrees. Oh, I know why. So we'll see in a second. Over the side that it's across from is 26 is equal to sine of 103 over side C. Cross multiply, you get C times the sine of 28 is equal to 26 times the sine of 103. So in your calculator, you have to type in C is equal to 26 sine of 103 all over the sine of 28. And when you do that, and again make sure you're in the right mode, you get that C is 53.962 units, so it'd be feet. Because in the problem I said that this is 26 feet. Alright, so we found C just using law of sines. Law of sines is the easier one. Now we need to find A. Well, in order to find A, we need to find angle A. In order to find angle A, you can do a couple things. You can do law of cosines, you can't do law of sines. However, you could also just do 180 minus. So angle A is equal to 180 minus the other two angles. So we get angle A is equal to 49, and that's where that 49 was that I was talking about earlier. So to find the last thing, we need to find side A. Oh, we found angle A, so I'm going to box that off. That's my second piece I needed. Alright, so 49. Same law, same setup. Sine of 49, because that's the angle, over the side we're looking for, A, is equal to sine of 28 over 26. Always use the information that's given. Don't use this 53962 and the 103, because this is now a rounded answer. It's not perfect, so it'll be slightly off if you do that one. So A sine of 28 equals 26 sine of 49. When you divide by sine of 28, you get over the sine of 28, you get that 41.797 feet is approximately what side A is. And again, if you remember your triangles, the biggest side should be across from the biggest angle. So since this is 103, C is 53. That's big. 49 is the next biggest angle. A is 41. And then B is the smallest angle. And 26 feet is the smallest side. So that matches up. And that's law of sines, basically. It also works out if you have an ASA situation. But pretty much that's all you got to do for law of sines. Alright, so we're done with that. One more video to go.